they had a cool ass college experience. Like, man, ain't none of that stuff go down at BG, boy.
None of what?
In different world.
Oh, hell no, nigga. That's why I went to school, dude, and I can swear I was still at home. I'm talking about, we had niggas running guns. You know what I mean? We on the news, nigga. We got the news people all up on the campus with cameras and shit. Niggas got 100 guns in their name, 150 guns. Man, dude, the feds was kicking in niggas' doors, nigga, from Cleveland to DC, Detroit, New York, Cali. Nigga, police was kicking in doors, dude. We college students. Nigga, it was so much shit going on in that motherfucking yard, dude. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, that's why they be talking about how it's fucked up now and we need money and they blame the president for fucking the school up. And nigga, we helped fuck the school up too. I be like, y'all motherfuckers act like I wasn't there with you motherfuckers, man. What was your concern for the school when you was there? You know what I'm saying? 30 years from now, and 30 years later, we gotta save Wilberforce. Nigga, you help fuck it up. You should be wanting to save it. Shit. Motherfucker was doing stupid shit, man. Set niggas' doors on fire, man. Man, niggas could have died, man. Niggas was doing, man, I swear for God, niggas was just, I swear, it was like, I guess it was like jail, how niggas just sit up in jail and be creative about how to do slick shit, though, but not, I mean, it's necessity shit, but they just got to be slick about how they do it. College just sit around and start about creative about doing any motherfucking thing. Nigga, let's go rob the fucking money exchange. These niggas, I'm like, dude.
Well, I had one of my teammates, I had one got caught moving weight. All they got caught in Indiana. Both of them, 4 of them had to do some time. Had one that tried to rob the weed man, but they kicked in the wrong door, tied some foreign exchange students up. Oh, them boys was wilding. So I already know.
That college shit, man. You know, it's an experience. It's what you make it, as they say. You know,
teammates that just ran through the drive-through, robbed the drive-through.
Nigga, we got attacked by Central State's fucking football team. I'm talking about these niggas come up into the party, dude, and just start wrecking niggas, dude. These big steroid field, cock diesel, 6'6", 220 solid motherfuckers, dude. These niggas run up in the party. You know what I mean? And a college party, dude, from the college right across the street from you. First of all, the college you came from, because Central State came out of Wilberforce University. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was going on, dude. Like, these niggas was like trying to hurt us because we went to Wilberforce. No other reason. No other reason that we went to Wilberforce. I'm not, dude, the shit was like being at home. It was like 30th and 40th. You know what I mean? It was like being down the way against 30th and 40th. Y'all niggas right across the street from each other. And fighting every goddamn day. That's how we in school though. It was like some gang banging shit, nigga. I'm talking about niggas was getting jumped. It was gang banging. It was the Crips and the Bloods, nigga. We was the Bloods, nigga, because we wasn't that many of us. So these niggas deep. You know what I mean? They deep. You know what I mean? I just say, like, probably on the campus of Central State, you talking about at that time 3,500 students. Wilberforce, nigga, we pushing 800 students. You know what I'm saying, dude? That shit was crazy, man. I'm talking about that shit was crazy. It was like on some on-site shit. Niggas getting chased from over there. Niggas trying to go see a little broad and shit. Niggas tripping. Matter of fact, nigga, my nephew and niece went to Central State within the past 8 years. And my nephew called me. He said, dude, these niggas like just jumped me and my sister. Yeah, it was on Halloween and shit. And he called me like, dude, these niggas really jumped on me and my sister. So I'm like, where you at? He's like, I'm on the yard. I said, let me call you back. I called my dude P, Alpha. He was a young boy, but I still fuck with them niggas like that. I'm not saying. So I hollered at him. I said, dude, where you at? He said, I'm over on Central. I said, dude, these niggas just jumped my niece and nephew over there, man. Go holler and see what's going on. My dude Pitt. And he went and, you know what I'm saying, and got them together. You know what I'm saying? Made sure they was good. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's on the college campus, man. That's on the college campus. They don't give a fuck, man.
Hello.
Man, shut up. All late to the party.
Man, I had to lend a listening ear to somebody. I had to lend a listening ear to somebody. My fault.
Shit, you married, ain't you?
Yeah.
All right, nigga,
you know what I'm saying? When you're a likable guy like myself, people want, they want to vent to you, you know what I'm saying? But y'all two motherfuckers, y'all want to start shit every time. You know what I'm saying? big body Doja want to start stuff.
Nah, son, I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay. So what's the business? I'm lost. I apologize. I'm lost. I mean, I'm late.
Well, I guess the discussion tonight is supposed to be around the topic of Freemasonry. Do it really make good men better men? Well, from our experience, we really can't talk about what you really don't know about, in my opinion. But through our experiences, does majority of the people that belong to the OES and the Masonic craft, do they really uphold the standards of the order? Do they really understand what the order is? I don't know, just from you guys' opinion and shit. I guess we can probably start out by y'all brothers introduce yourself and some background to even qualify you to have this discussion. You know what I'm saying? See, I can't record on my phone, man, so I can't use my damn phone. So in this computer, man, I can't. So my shit kind of fuzzy. But brother Ikey, co-host, brother Dozer. I don't know if he's a co-host or a special guest because he in and out.
Always got something going on.
Yeah. So,
man of many trades, a modern day Renaissance.
Renaissance man, huh?
Yeah. But for myself, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. Like Brother Rashawn said, my name is Ikey Bradley, aka Bradley. Originally from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised Cleveland, Ohio, but now reside in Atlanta, Georgia, or Lithonia, Georgia, just right outside of Atlanta. I got raised in Enoch Grand Lodge. Excuse me, not Enoch Grand Lodge, but Mount Sinai Grand Lodge under Grandmaster Turner, and had a difference in opinion on several things, and left there and joined Enoch Grand Lodge, and had a difference of different understanding on some things, and left there and moved down here to Lithonia, Georgia, and seeking to join a lodge here in Lithonia, Georgia. While in time at Mount Sinai Grand Lodge, I created a lodge and a sister chapter, Hiram Abiel Lodge number 2, and that name, and I took that with me when I went over to Enoch Grand Lodge, and the name was changed to Akibulon Lodge number 7. And I'm not pointing.
What jurisdiction were those Grand Lodges?
Oh man, I can't call it right off the head right now.
No, what jurisdictions?
Huh?
Was they AF and AM, PHA, PHO, what international, what?
Oh, the both Mount Sinai is ancient, free, and accepted Masonry, 4-letter, and then Enoch, ancient, free, and accepted. And while that Mount Sinai Grand Lodge, like I said, created a Brother Lodge, a Blue Lodge, and then also a sister chapter. And at Enoch Grand Lodge, Hill, Occupy Lodge, and was in the process of doing the same thing for the sisters, and that's where a lot of tension came about. You know, sometimes when females get in the picture some kind of way, people they don't know how to control themselves. Their testosterone get all over the place. And I'll just leave it right there for further discussion. Brother Dozier, past worshipful master Dozier.
My brother Dozier, Eric Dozier, by way of Akron, Ohio, currently residing in Charlotte, North Carolina. Raised in 2011 by this brother here, Brother Rayshawn Davis, in Enoch Grand Lodge, 4-letter, ancient, free, and accepted Masons. And yeah, that's it. I don't got an elaborate story behind myself, not quite yet, like Brother
Oh no, you got some story.
Brother Rayshawn Davis.
So what degrees do you brothers have? Like where did you get inside of the Masonic order? You know, as far as work.
For myself, obviously, I have my Blue House, Master Mason. I have everything on the York Rite side except for the shrine, and everything on the Scottish Rite side except for the consistory. So I'm up from first degree up to 32nd degree, and from first degree up to Knights Templar on the York Rite side.
As for me, I'm just a past master, and I do have Royal Art.
Okay. All right.
And what about yourself?
Ha.
Grandmaster, past Grandmaster.
I started my travels at Enoch Grand Lodge. I don't even remember the year. So Royal Ark, Knights Templar, all up to the 32nd. I got Shrine, Islam Temple, 14. And I actually left, when I left Enoch, I became a part of King David out of Detroit, Michigan. After that, I actually joined the Prince Hall Lodge here in Cleveland. William T. Boyd, 79. That was the last lodge that I actually attended, Masonic Lodge. But I don't plan on going back to anybody's lodge. So, I don't know. So Brother Aki, you had any questions or did you have?
What for both you and past master Dozier, what initially got you interested in masonry? Like, what was that thing that grasped your attention? Like when it first became aware to you?
Shit, when I was born, you know what I'm saying? My father was a Mason, so my earliest memories of my father is being in the lodge with him. I even have pictures of me and him in the lodge when I was 2 years old.
How you get up inside the lodge? You knew how to do all that?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I came out I was born on the square.
And you feel?
I was born on the square.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
And I think that's why I probably took it a little more serious than most of the people I came in contact with. You know,
yeah,
because of that, because that always been, you know what I'm saying, part of my, you know, my makeup. You know what I'm saying, seeing his books. Then my older brother, he became amazing. So, you know, his briefcase when you was little, you know, you couldn't touch it, don't touch, you know, all of that. So,
yeah,
you know, I grew up like that. And actually, I would have did it earlier with Prince Hall, when I was in school down at Wilberforce University, they had a Prince Hall Lodge down there called then it was called Central Force, you know, and you know, a brother, when I approached a brother about it, he kind of discouraged me and told me I wasn't bright enough. You know what I mean? You wouldn't, you couldn't, you don't, you know what I mean? He played me like that, so I ain't even let on that I was already familiar with what it was, and you know, and read books and all that. But in the little code, I knew all the code, I knew all that. So when he showed me the book, can you read this? And I looked at it, I was like, to myself, yeah, I can read it. But I wasn't gonna tell him that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I learned from pledging a fraternity that, you know, you don't let a motherfucker know what you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know.
You just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, yeah. What they say, don't talk too smart and don't act too wise. So,
Right.
And then I seen the demonstration of those brothers down there at Prince Hall, down at Central Force back then. And it wasn't, I'm talking about, they would come outside with candidates, hoodwinked, cable toed, you know what I'm saying, half shot, you know what I'm saying, like open up a van door and just bring them out the van in front of everybody. And they had swords in their hand and grabbing them by the and I just look at that like, wow.
That was a Masonic organization or a fraternity?
Yes, this was Prince Hall Central Force Lodge down at Wilberforce University and Central State University. This is what I witnessed. This was back in 90, 91,
wow.
92. I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is how they give it up. So I never joined it. I never, you know, it seemed like they wanted to be more of a fraternity.
Yeah.
You know, they want to fit in with the alphas and the Qs, and they, you know, and I knew that wasn't what it was about. You know, you don't compete with those fraternities. You know what I'm saying? You engage those fraternities. Those fraternities feed your fraternity. So, you know, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You commune with everybody and you don't compete against them. You know what I'm saying? Not when you part of the craft. You should know better. But
yeah,
we was all young. You know, they were young. We were all young.
Yeah.
Some good brothers though.
Brother Doge.
Well, for me, I guess it'd probably have been right out of college. Just seeking and reading different things. My dad had gave me the Kabbalion in the 8th grade, so I never paid too much attention to it. And so I finally read it after I graduated and started seeking more knowledge and started coming across different things. I started getting into the Circle 7, you know, started listening to some of the 5%ers and some of the, you know, some of their teachings, which led me to Masonry. Ironically, I was working with a brother at the lodge by the name of Tyler Ford. Okay. So I was working with Brother Tyler, and he was working at the mall, and I seen his screensaver. You know, he had the square and compass on there. I asked him about it. He said, "Oh, you're not ready for that." And so he kind of brushed me off. And so then there was a white buddy that was working this photo booth right next to us. And he had a square and compass on his arm. And I asked him about it. White buddy turned out to be a brother, Officer Douglas. So y'all know Officer Douglas.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So ironically, he was a white Prince Hall brother. And so whenever him and Tyler crossed paths, he's like, yo, you white? Oh, you Prince Hall? Like, oh, you black and you 4-letter? And so I didn't know, you know, none of that was about, or what the difference was. So then Doug was like, hey, I'm gonna get you in touch with, you know, the Grandmaster, you know, Ohio, whatever, and get you to the right lodge, because he had came from North Carolina, I believe. And so he kept saying, hey, he couldn't get into a lodge himself. So he said he was out there searching, whatever. So Tyler introduced me to, at that time, Grandmaster Sharp. No, Worshipful Master Sharp. And so Sharp brought Mosby up, I believe. It was he brought him up to the mall, because I was working in the mall out there in Menor. He brought Mosby up there. Mosby told me to give him a call at a certain time, and pretty much from then I was locked in.
Okay. Well, for myself, I didn't know what masonry was. I heard the term masonry and Freemason, but didn't know what it was. And it wasn't brought to my attention really until I was in junior college. I attended Taft Junior College in California, and talking with, a couple of guys on the track team. And we was talking about, wanting to, join a frat and stuff like that, a fraternity. And they brought up masonry. Like, do you want to be a mason? I'm like, man, what I want to lay bricks for? No, I don't want to be no mason. Like, no, a mason, a Freemason. Long story even short, they enlightened me on, what it was, and it grasped my attention right away. I went home for the summer, and I remember being in the kitchen, washing dishes, talking to my father, and I asked him, did he know what Freemasonry was? And he looked at me with that kind of look like, why are you asking me that? Like, and he said, yeah. And he said that that's when he informed me that he was a Mason, that he was a Shriner. And I didn't know what Shriner was at the time. But he informed me that he was a Mason. I'm telling him, like, hey, I didn't know you was a Mason, this, that, and the third. And why don't I always see you with, with a square and a compass and a G and all that kind of stuff. And, we had a conversation about that, about it and everything. But that's how and when I first, it first became aware of me. And I recall also living in East Cleveland as a little boy, how they used to always block off the street and have a big parade and stuff like that. And the Masons, I didn't know they were Masons at the time, being such a young boy, probably maybe 5, 6 years old at the time. And the Masons used to come down, walking down the street in the parade with their regalia on and the Eastern Stars. And when I saw the Eastern Stars, for some reason in my child mind, I just thought that they were angels that came down from heaven because they had all their white on and their regalia. I thought they were angels. And I thought the Masons, being in their black suits, I thought that they were the angels' bodyguards. And that concept has stayed in my mind for a pretty long time. But as I got older, I realized that, okay, they was Eastern Stars, and the guys with the black suits they were the Masons.
Well, you had a very vivid imagination as a child.
Hey, my sister tells me the same thing. You remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember some things I remember and some things I don't remember. Selective memory, hey, I don't know. Call it what you want to call it. Yeah.
And I used to always ask my mother, like, why you ain't becoming Eastern Stars? She's like, them ain't my type of women. She's like, them ain't my type of women.
So, question: Why did either one of you brothers decide to join Masonry?
Well, for me, I'm gonna tell you the truth, right? I like to approach things from an ethnographical standpoint, right? So if I'm researching something and I got a chance to participate in it, that's the best research you can get. Anybody else, you can't sit with a Mason and he gonna tell you what you want to know because he's not supposed to. So when I got to, when I see an opportunity to, to go in, and then from doing research, before that, I knew that at that time PHA is not the way I wanted to go. I knew about the rift between PHA and I chose, like I said, I chose the underdog because I'm from Cleveland. I'm an underdog type dude, so I'm gonna ride with them. And then when you really look through history and you see who the gatekeepers were, and if you look in the music industry today, as far as I don't really prefer. We're not black, so I'm not even. The melanated people, the Prince Hall Masons are still the gatekeepers.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I seen that before I even joined the craft, and I was just researching. I'm like, well, hold up, this dude and this, okay. You know what I mean? So I picked that back then. So I never, you know what I'm saying? But I eventually did join the PHH Lodge because, like I said, you know, if you talk about getting healed, I want to know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? I want to know. So when I got the opportunity to know, I went and know.
I still don't understand that term healing masonry,
You
but okay.
you sick because you sick, my brother.
Yeah,
You sick. You sick, man. You need to be healed, son.
I get it. I get it, but okay.
Wow. Oh man. So
You
I guess
gotta
for me,
be
it was
sick
something
in your
similar.
head, man.
For me, it was similar. After I got to read those books that my dad gave me way back then, so many years ago, and I finally finished them, it put me on the, lit that competitive spark back in me. I was done playing football, so I had all this built up animosity that, one, I didn't fulfill my dream of playing in the pros. That's another story for another day. But once I started searching for that knowledge and started getting some and started thinking I knew something and found out how much more I didn't know. And Masonry was that gatekeeper. It's like they had something that I wanted, which was that knowledge. And so again, I had an opportunity. I ran across two different paths. I didn't know which is which, and didn't even care to know which was which because I didn't understand the rift between the two. So ironically, I ran into and came onto the side with these brothers that's enlightened me on the different paths and the different whys behind, 4-letter and 3-letter.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's good we having this conversation because, shout out to my brother out in California. He be doing this thing, man.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Hawkins.
Hawkins. I was thinking, I watch him all the time and shit. So shout out, brother Hawkins. He's doing his thing. But just to have a conversation with three brothers that was on the other side and just they can give a look from the inside out on the situation, because remember we on Facebook, man. Hey, they kicked me off the Masonic Discussion page. I was, you know what I'm saying? They was like, hey,
Grand Masonic,
they were scared of you.
Grand
debate. They were scared of you. They still scared of you.
Dude, I used to go in, and them boys.
You talking about the grand debate one?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, they banned me. They kicked me off the page, right? But I'm gonna tell you this. We went back and forth we was going back and forth for about a year on that page, right? They did not kick me off that page until I started writing on that white boy that was on that page. When that white boy opened his mouth and started running his mouth, and I got at him, they kicked me off the page. You know what I'm saying? I ignored it. I seen him. He shot his little shots. But when he went in and tried to, I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but whatever he said, it got me. He got my attention. And I gave him all my fucking attention for about 2 weeks, and they kicked me off the motherfucking page.
You ain't let up for 2 weeks?
Nigga. No. No. I was posting pictures of hunkies with tails and all kinds of shit. Hey, nigga.
You know he ain't let up. You know once he get going, it's over.
I mean,
it's over. Hey,
that was one of my biggest.
We'll go out sometime and we'll walk in and they see Ray Sean, they start splitting like the Red Sea. Cause not that he's starting something, they don't even want Ray Sean to say, "Hey, how you doing?" Because they don't know what probably will come out after that. So hey, I look at it all as a compliment, because for me to have the history that I had up until I'm not going to say meeting Ray Sean, but realizing that you were a Mason, you know, when we first had that meeting, I'm like, wow. And then I really appreciate and respect the way that you fed me when I was going through my trials and tribulation with when I was at Mount Sinai Grand Lodge. You ain't just come out and just say, huh, here you go, this is it. No, go buy that book and you read this. No, you go read that, go research that, go research this. And I appreciate that because that made me respect the work, put the work in, and more enlightened on when I had to go back and interact with the brothers in my lodge or any other brother. Because it was hard for you to pull the wool over my eyes. Like, nah, let's go get that jewelry and turn the page, such and such. You ain't got yours? Okay, I got mine in my bag right here, already highlighted. What say you?
But
you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you were the type of guy, and even Brother Doja, y'all didn't put me on so much game. Like, I mean, I can't do nothing but respect it. So when y'all walking through the place, when you walk into the place, Doja walk into the place. Come on, man. We already know what time it is. Everybody, I don't care who it is in there, brothers and sisters, they gonna respect your gangster. Right off the reel. I'm just keeping all the way 100.
But you know what? That's because you're smarter than the average bear. See, when brothers in the lodge would come to me and I would give them that direction, this nigga tripped. This nigga don't want to just tell him, motherfucker. Man, just tell me what that's not what this is about. You know what I'm saying? If I can sit here and tell you, then we might as well just be a religion. I might as well be the preacher of the pastor.
Hey, no say conversation.
And then when I do that, I can take advantage of you.
Right,
mm-hmm.
Right.
So,
right.
And my whole thing to bros used to be, I'm trying to make y'all Masons. Period. I don't give a fuck if you in the room with PHA, PHO, white boy, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, you ain't gonna be shy. You ain't gonna be scared to where you talk your shit. You ain't gonna be scared to be who you are because you intimidated by a nigga. Come on, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
And that's when that
guys
competitive side come back out. You know, I came in under that fire, so even all three of my degrees coming through. And so because I was treated and handled with care, I guess you could say, this was backwards day, with no care about it, them boys let me have it. So they knew. When they came through, they already knew what time it was. They made sure. That's neither one of them degrees. I knew everything in that book in and out.
Right. That's a good segue into to my next question. How was Masonry presented to you prior to joining the craft compared to after you were raised in the craft?
Hey,
like did the scales balance, or was it like, what was it like? What's the business?
it was fool's gold.
Woo!
it was fool's gold, right? And I kind of look at it now as a pyramid. It's basically, I'm just giving a general, because I'm not. Let me give a disclaimer first. Yeah, I know some fantastic brothers.
Yeah.
I know some marvelous sisters.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I know lodges that are doing their thing, you know what I mean? And they take a lot of flack for doing their thing because they make everybody else, you know what I'm saying? When you're going 60 and somebody else going 10, in the minutes you're not even in the picture. You know what I'm saying? So, and I give a shout out to my brother, Grandmaster Raymond, down in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? You know, his boy down in Houston. You know what I'm saying? You know, these brothers is doing their thing in their lodges, and you know, St. John's in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? These brothers bring 800 people every year, dude. 800.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they give back. You know what I mean? So there's some good lodges out here. King David in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to King David.
Yeah, most definitely.
Past Grandmaster. Your boy.
Past Grandmaster
Gardner, most prudent. You know what I'm saying? Shout out.
Yeah.
So there's good brothers down there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about as a whole, it's a pyramid scheme. You know what I'm saying? You give out a lot of money, but you don't get nothing in return. It's a bad investment.
Bad. Hey.
Financially, it's a bad investment. You know?
Yeah.
And I had a brother stand up in Lodge one day, and he posed that question. He says, y'all want to raise the dues, but what are these boys getting for their money?
Mm-hmm.
Banned from the lodge.
What you gonna get? What you raising the due? The price of aprons didn't go up. The price of books didn't go up. So basically, you saying the price of your intellectual property has went up. And that's where the fool's gold come into play.
Hey. But you know, that's and to kind of to piggyback on something that you mentioned earlier, whenever I will bring someone creating a new lodge and bringing someone in, initiating them, I made it my business for every brother that got initiated into my lodge, before they left the initiation, after their initiation, they got a copy of the bylaws, the Constitution, and the landmarks, along with some other information to study. That way, and more specifically, the bylaws, Constitution, and landmarks, and to learn those and study those. That way, they would know that I'm not in this, present this to you as a fool's gold, as past Grandmaster Davis just mentioned. I'm going to be as transparent as I possibly can, because I don't want you to think I'm trying to pull the wool over your eyes, because the wool been pulled over my eyes quite a few times. I learned through trial and error. But if I were to make a mistake, and I do mean a mistake, because I'm human, I'm learning, I'm a little rough on the edges like everybody else is, you can bring this to my attention. And it's going to be very hard for me to debunk or go against what you're saying, because you have the information that I handed to you. And that information is something that you should keep in your library forever and ever, unless some changes being made. But other than that, I'm gonna be as transparent as I possibly can. I want you to learn.
Yeah, I can hear some kind of feedback.
Yeah, I'm getting that too.
Somebody got something turned up, like looking at it from another.
Mine's clear over here.
That might have been on my end. I had my phone.
Your phone got like another app open or something?
Yeah, it do. Is that better?
Nah, I don't.
Hello?
I get. Yeah, because I can hear when I talk too, so I don't know.
So I closed out all my apps.
Brother Dozy, I'm gonna send you this video. You gonna take care of the editing, man, or I gotta get in the booth and figure out how to do this shit, man.
Man, I'll figure out how to do it. This little dry run, we'll see how it come out, because I can't keep my eyes open right now, so we ain't using this one, so we got to.
But you know what? That's another thing. That's kind of fucked up, right? I got a fucking bachelor's degree in communications and can't edit a fucking video. That's why. That's why a lot of people look at me and I say college is one of the biggest scams being ran in America. Just like these Masons out here taking a lot of motherfucking money, there's a lot of colleges out here taking motherfucking money, dude. Yeah, I mean, for real.
Man, I got a finance degree and I ain't used it yet. The two most influential classes I took was philosophy. That's where I learned how to structure arguments, learned how the difference between, how to attack different arguments, but that's, what I mean? And then interpersonal communication. That was it.
But
the rest of them classes.
But those two classes should have been in our high school curriculum.
Yeah.
Instead of putting me at home ec, You could have been putting me in the political science class.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
You know what I mean? You could have been
It
putting
made
me
it
in something.
competitive. That's, you know what I mean? That's how you grab, you know, black kids, that make that shit competitive. Like, yeah, learn how to structure an argument and tear somebody apart with your words.
Right.
Right.
Debate, you know, debate teams, you know. And I went to East Tech. We didn't, you know what? And it's crazy. We might have had a debate team. You know,
I can't
but
recall.
I can't
But
recall.
I wouldn't say that we didn't have it, because we had a lot of things at East Tech.
Right. I just at the time wasn't, you know, I wasn't looking for them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say if I could go back in time,
Yeah.
I would get a lot of shit different. You know what I'm saying? Especially in high school.
Yeah.
But when I tried to, when I turned it around and I went to the dude, Mr. Island, he was doing Upper Bound. And I was like, Mr. Island, you know, I want to join Upper Bound, man. I'm trying to go to school. He looked at me and said, man, I'm not going to waste my time with you. Just like that, he said,
Basketball
Mayshawn,
scholarship, boy.
he was like, Mayshawn, I ain't gonna waste my time. I ain't wasting my time with you. I said, damn, all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I got to hit the Friendly Inn Settlement House. 2382 Owen Road. And they told me, you good enough. You good enough to come in here. Come on.
We'll take you. Don't nobody else want you.
Hey, nobody else want me. They say, come on, man. You know what I mean? Come as you are.
But yeah, hey, send me the little login so I can get the recording, or you just gotta email it to me.
Yeah, you know, I'm experimenting on this. This is our first show, so I don't know how much I gotta.
Yeah.
I did film, then I be able to probably send the link. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then send it to you, and then you should be able to. Because what it's gonna do, it's gonna automatically break this down into an audio file, where I can put it on the podcast, and then share the audio through the podcast. The app already, it breaks it down and separates it in two different files, audio and then, you know, the audio video.
All right, well, we got to even edit, even if we did just the audio, we have to edit that joint too.
Yeah, but I can put that inside of the what's name and do that.
All right, that'll work. All right, boys, you go and give me something to eat.
Oh, you out?
All right, so boys.
Anything y'all would need me to do?
No, I was just, man, I didn't think y'all
time?
was done talking shit. I mean, we ain't scratched the surface yet.
That's Doja. He trying to get up on
I was just
nobody.
asking, man. Oh, he can, well, my motherfucking
get him a
Odell Beckham Jr. he can go on and run some laps and shit.
All right, man. I'm gonna
go bitch press some baby cows, nigga.
Shut up.
Go tackle a tree, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, I'm cool. I'm down with keep going.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was just
Doja left. It was his phone.
Yep. Sure was.
But yeah, I think this gonna turn out real good. It's gonna grasp a lot of people attention.
So let me ask you this. Why didn't you join Prince Hall Live?
Why didn't I join?
Yeah. When you left Mount Sinai. Like, cause a couple of you, a bunch of y'all left.
And
some of
pretty
y'all,
much
everybody went different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't you? You know what I'm saying? Cause then Cheddar Cat and
a lot of them went over to Prince Hall. I didn't go. I didn't join Prince Hall. Because pretty much because there was a lot of riffraff between Prince Hall and non-Prince Hall melanated Masons. I'll say it like that. And I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. I thought it was stupid. I still think it's stupid as hell, dumb as fuck. But I couldn't see myself going and joining an organization that was, in my personal opinion, that was going to try to press upon me not to talk to another melanated man or sister walking down the street that is a part of the craft, that's not Prince Hall. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do it. But they wouldn't have a problem if I was talking to a melanated brother or sister that was not a part of the craft. It was okay for me to talk to them. But if they was a part of the craft, it was not okay for me to talk to them. And they would have more,
Well,
I guess, zeal for me to talk to someone that was Caucasian that is a part of the craft.
when you say talk to him, what do you mean by talk to him? What do you mean by talk?
To have a Masonic
Okay.
fellowship with them.
Okay.
To have a Masonic fellowship with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, I just, it just never weighed over too cool with me, because pretty much everybody in my family that was a member of the craft. I could go far as back as my grandmother from, she was, I forget how old she was, but she was Prince Hall, OAS. I don't know how high up in a order that, you know, that she was, but she was Prince Hall and father, uncle, brother-in-law. I have some cousins that's currently Prince Hall there in Cleveland right now. I can't see not having somebody, whether it's Prince Hall or Scottish Rite, whatever, telling me I can't have a Masonic conversation with another Mason or another Eastern Star, whether they black, white, yellow, purple, green, whatever. I just don't see it. And I refuse. I just refused to participate in something like that. And I didn't want to join an organization that I felt that was going to try to press that upon me.
Right.
And, you know, and I've always been transparent with that, with the members of my lodge, prior to us, you know, going separate ways. And some chose to go there and continue their Masonic career. And some chose to yield where they were, and some chose to stay Scottish Rite. You know, some that did go there. As far as I know, they're still growing Prince Hall and doing very well. I'm still in communication with them from time to time via Facebook or a phone call or text message. And the same for Scottish Rite. You know, but I would never tell anyone not to join Prince Hall, or sometimes I don't even like to call it Prince Hall, because from my understanding, and please correct me and enlighten me if I'm wrong, I know, and if I'm wrong, and enlighten me, but I know Prince Hall Masonry not to be a rite, because it is York Rite from my understanding. And then you have Scottish Rite. No, but I would never tell anyone not to join Prince Hall Masonry over any, don't join Prince Hall Masonry, or don't join Scottish Rite Masonry, don't join this lodge, don't join that lodge. From my personal experience, hey, if that lodge is going to welcome you and have what you are seeking, and it's going to help you to continue to grow and progress forward in your Masonic career, and the things you learn inside the craft to can help aid you in your personal life and on your spiritual journey, then that might be the place for you, even if it is Prince Hall or even if it is Scottish Rite. You know, so.
Okay, so would you encourage? What would be your advice to a young man that says, hey man, my brother told me you was a Mason, man. I was thinking about, doing that, man, but I don't know. I hear a lot of stuff about the Masons, You hear about this Illuminati, you hear about the I done heard some crazy shit. They say we doing the lies, dude. I done heard from orgies with the sisters
Yeah.
to orgies with each other to
Yeah.
I done heard
They
all
heard it
kinds
all.
of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't heard it all.
But and they come to you like that. What would be your advice to them?
My advice to them is, first I'll chuckle because it always makes me chuckle a little bit when somebody, approach me like that. And I have been approached like that on several occasions. Not a lot, but a few occasions. I just tell them like, hey, I've told them like, hey, I heard those same things too. But one thing that I know is that, now that I'm behind closed doors and I've been blessed to be amongst some good, solid, square brothers that took the craft, in my opinion, maybe a little bit more serious than me. And I'm the type of person that always, if we was participating in the same thing and I felt you was better at it than me, I'm gonna study you and try to steal from you, try to, so I can up my game, and, linking up with some brother that's gonna help, enlighten me in the craft, so, I didn't lean, I would tell them, don't lean upon what you hear, everything you're hearing in the streets, because some of it may be true and some of it might not be true. But until you are welcome to come on the inside of the door, in the inside of the room, then you'll find out firsthand for yourself. I said, but if it's something that you're thinking about, then you might not be ready, or if it's something that you're just curious about, I wouldn't suggest it. It would be the thing for you to do, at least not at this time, because in my personal opinion, if you're thinking about it, you're not ready, as I was told. If you're just curious, just to see, then it may not be the thing for you.
Okay, let me ask you a little bit different question.
Okay.
What if you this is a conversation you're having with your son?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be the same conversation or would it differ?
No, it'd be completely different.
So
Completely. I ain't gonna lie to you.
hold up. So why would you cheat? So why would you cheat? Why would you cheat the young man?
No, because
why wouldn't you give him the same conversation is what I'm saying.
Okay. Because until you just brought it to me that way, that never dawned on me. So, and it made perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm talking to my son, Zion. Daddy, I want to be a Mason. My son has got into my Masonic regalia and put the gloves on and run into the kitchen and want to help me wash the dishes. I'm like, hold on, stop. Hold on. Great, son. Hold on, be easy. But he has asked me some questions from time to time. What is this? What is that? So forth and so on. But once he get older and he approached me and say, hey, I want to be a Mason, I'm going to look at, hey, son, you sure that's what you want to do? Because it may not be with all that is, that you may think it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. It's a lifestyle. If you want to do this so you can hang out with the fellas and drink, because, us Masons, we like, we can drink, we can party. But if you want to do this to do that, then I'm not going to vouch for you. I've already made a conscious decision myself since my Cleveland Masonic career to not to vouch for anybody anymore. And then other than maybe my son. And he got to come to me correct. But as far as of right now, I don't see myself vouching for anybody, brother or sister, male or female, because of the things that I've dealt with prior to, earlier on in my career. But
you messing up the church's money, man.
Hey, they gotta come correct. They gotta come
correct. The church's money, man.
Hey, Hey, I'm on the inside of the room now. I'm seeing what's going on. You know, we already talked about it. You know, I'm paying all this money, but what am I getting in return? A lot of stress. That's why I got gray hair on my face now. My beard is graying. You
You
know what
getting
I'm
the
saying?
secret. You getting secrets, man. Secrets cost.
Man, I Google this
Dude,
stuff.
you gotta get them. You gotta get the secrets, man. You gotta get the secret.
Nah,
You gotta get the secret.
I could go to Google. I could order some books. Go to the library. We got YouTube. I could go to Google University, YouTube Hall.
You think the secret is in a book, man?
Nah, I mean, nah. Mm-mm.
Dude,
Not me.
it's a little green man, right? And he sit back in the back of every lodge, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got the secrets.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
He got the secrets, man. You gotta pay for that though.
Nah. Mm-mm.
You gotta pay for the secrets, man. The little green man, he ain't doing that shit for free.
And what's the secret? How much money you willing to come off of?
It's a secret.
Oh, okay.
If I told you, would it still be a secret?
It won't be a secret no more.
Okay.
It won't be a secret no more.
So you keep seeking the secret.
Hey. Okay, that's another good conversation. That's another conversation, you know, like, you know, I'm looking to join a lodge now, and, you know, I want to get back into the craft, and, you know, because there's some things that I want to do, would like to do, but I don't want to join the lodge now, join any lodge now to be in all of these, all these houses and what have you.
I'm about to start a YouTube channel, man, and actually man, I would love to have you on here. Actually, the topic is about masonry. Yeah. You say what? What'd you say? Oh, okay. Well, on the phone, I just happened to have a brother of mine. Well, I ain't gonna say a brother of mine. He's a friend of mine first. Prince Hall brother, you know, good brother. He just happened to call me. When he said what he said, I just wanted to repeat it over the mic. That's all. I ain't give out your name, man. So, can you repeat that one more time for me, though? And that's honest. You're right. You're right. That's why I say the craft is beautiful, but it's the action of men.
Can you repeat it again? I couldn't hear.
Oh, you couldn't hear him? Hey, hold on. Yeah, I was saying, what's your email, man? Let me see your email this thing. What you doing now? You said what? K. How you spell that? Mm-hmm. Z-I-E. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. All right. Let me see if I can send you this link. All right. Mm-hmm.
And I guess next time, I don't know, I'm gonna be a little bit more prepared because I have my questions written down in my notes in my cell phone. Now that I'm here sitting in front of the cell phone, I got to flip into that one and read a question and come back in. So I'll just write them down on a piece of paper and, you know, be a little bit, you know, better prepared.
Man, that's just like a rapper forgetting his raps, man.
Right.
You know, you wrote it, man. You supposed to know it. All right. Hold on, I'm gonna be back. I'm just sending Carlio this link. See if he can get in.
Yeah.
See if we can bring a Prince Hall brother to the table. And see what
Hey.
see how he weigh in on the situation. But and it was something else I wanted to ask you. What was it? Hey man, did you know like 18 people got shot Saturday night?
Yeah, my niece just told me about it today when I got off from work. She said, I think that's at the Omens or something like that.
Well, it wasn't at the Omens. Well, Omen.
It was at another spot.
Yeah, Omen passed away, but it was.
Yeah.
They weren't at the Omens.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Like, cause she thought that they had moved their club because they normally do stuff at the club.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah. I said, I don't know. But she had told me that 18 people had got shot and one person died.
Yeah, that was Leroy and them people, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was Carter. It was Carter and them people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. But it just just go to show, like, them grown ass men though.
Man.
You know what I mean, like.
But they got into an argument. Some guys came in there and they got into some kind of argument and they kicked them out and they came back shooting. That's what she told me. And I was like, what?
I mean, people can't take a ass whooping no more, dude.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's an ass whooping. You'll heal from that. You know?
That's unheard of.
But to come back and do that, like, come on, man. Like, I mean, we talk about, do that. Man, if some white boy would have came up in the club and 18 people would have got shot, it'd have been a whole different storyline.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But we go do some, I don't even know, man.
We don't value our own life. We don't value anybody else's life. It's crazy. We're going through some crazy times right now.
And it's coronavirus, so they say the first 3 confirmed cases in Cuyahoga County now. Yeah,
she told me that too. Yeah. And they locked down the whole school district here today. DeKalb County, they locked the whole school, kicked everybody out of school.
Dude, I'll be 48 this year, right? So I'm gonna say I've been false flagged for 47 years, right? I think this is the one though. I think this is the one where that whole Agenda 21 gets pushed for real. They've been inching it. They've been setting us up. They've been setting us up for it, right?
Yeah, they've been throwing the warnings. They've been throwing the warnings out there.
Well, they've been setting us up for it. Like, they've been conditioning our bodies for it. They've been conditioning our minds for it. This is. KS1 once made a song called "They're Smart." We need to go back and listen to that song. They're smart.
I need to go back and listen to it.
These people plan decades, centuries ahead.
Yeah, I believe that. They always ahead. By the time it comes to our attention, it's already been said and done.
It's like that. It's like the stealth bomber, nigga. Once you hear it,
yeah.
Last thing you motherfucking hear is that.
Yeah.
When you hear it,
it's gone.
He already bomb coming. He passed you once you hear it.
Already gone.
He's gone.
You're half mile to a mile away.
Yeah, it's too late.
Yeah.
You know.
When you hear, you looking for the sound. No, you got to look past the sound, beyond the sound.
About 10 years ago, everybody was talking, not everybody, but people in the know was talking about and sharing those videos and pictures of all those FEMA yards with all those plastic caskets.
Yeah,
And they was stacking these motherfuckers, dude.
In Mississippi.
They were stacking them. And I even showed a picture of them moving military equipment through the city, right through East Cleveland on the bridge across Euclid. I was up on that bitch and took a picture of that bitch. I'm like, it's Humvees and all kind of shit.
Yeah.
The shit they showing about these Walmarts.
I was going to say, I was going to let you finish. Walmarts and Targets and Sam's Clubs.
Dude, I think it's, and I don't know how true it is, but I ain't gonna say I watched this nigga, but the motherfucker Hassan Campbell, but he was talking about how they're fencing off a lot of the projects in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to me, that's setting up a quarantine. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. And you know what? And they're gonna cut off the circulation of money. Money is some of the nastiest shit that spread more germs than anything.
But you know what? It's crazy you mentioned that, because I was listening to Sirius Radio this morning while at work, and they was talking about the coronavirus on Urban View channel 126. Joe Madison, he called himself the Black Eagle, and they was talking about the coronavirus, and somebody on the show had mentioned money and how nasty and dirty and filthy it is. And that's one way that any kind of germ, disease, or virus, whatever, can spread easily amongst whoever. Because we don't never clean it. We don't never think about money being the bill being nasty.
And you don't never keep it in your pocket. So that dollar that you got from change from your coffee this morning, you're gonna go through 20 more hands before the day end.
And then it's gonna go through 20 more hands the next day. Then it's gonna go to the bank, and
they're gonna burn it.
Man.
And they're gonna burn it.
That's crazy you mentioned that, because I heard them talking about it, but it didn't really catch my ear until you just said
money. Paper money is obsolete. The world has been digitized.
Yeah.
We're in the digital stage. Money is fucking archaic.
What you think about them Bitcoins?
It's just like money. It ain't sitting on nothing.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got gold and silver, if you ain't got control of natural resources, I don't give a fuck how much gold and silver you got.
Yeah.
The most valuable thing that you can have is natural resources.
Natural resources.
If you don't have that, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck how much gold you got, Bitcoin you got, any of that.
Yeah.
If you ain't got control of your natural resources, you're dead, just like everybody else.
Yeah, they worried about this coronavirus, and I'm thinking about it more and more since we started talking about it. It's doing multiple things at one time. It's infecting people. It's shutting down like industries, China, iPhones, all kind of stuff we get from for the ships, cruise ships, airplanes, all resorts and stuff like that. And this morning, not this morning, but this evening, I got off work, I turned on TV, watched the news. You got Donald Trump on TV talking about the stock market dropped like never before in history.
They stopped the stock market.
And like, how did
they froze it in the middle of trade? Everybody motherfucking stop. Everybody stop now.
Yeah, it just dropped like boom. It just hit rock bottom. Like, what's going on?
I'm telling you, but they I've been called conspiracy theorists for a long time, man, a long time, and all this shit they said I was conspiracy. This shit is coming. The gay agenda. Agenda
Oh,
21,
your boy,
all that, dude. I've been talking about that for over a decade, man. And
your boy Dwayne.
trying to pull people close. Ain't nothing we can really do about it, for real, for real. See, the shit don't scare me. None of that shit. Right? Because I was born to die, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Hey.
What the worst the corona gonna do but kill me, man? I got a day. I got a day. I'm not gonna avoid that. I'm not gonna avoid that, nigga. I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio.
Down the way.
Down the way, nigga. Nigga, I've been under the threat of coronavirus all my motherfucking life, dude.
So it might jump over you.
What's the worst? And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they was talking about that. A brother, he's not a Masonic brother, but he's one of my Alpha brothers. And he was talking about that. I say, dude, don't you go to church every Sunday? Yeah, I do faithfully. Yeah, where you need to be. I said, so what you scared of? What you scared of? Then your Jesus volunteered to die, right?
So you ain't got no worries.
So what you scared of?
You ain't got no worries.
Then what would Jesus do?
Is he still mad at you?
What would Jesus do, nigga? What you scared of, nigga? Go out like Jesus, man. What the fuck you crying for, nigga? Go out like Jesus. He didn't cry, did he?
He
His
took
ass stabbed him.
Stabbed him.
He was a black man, so you know they cut his nuts off.
Put thorns on his head.
He ain't cry. He asked his daddy, why you do this to me? But
Hey.
Why have you forsaken me? Why me, man?
Right.
So you got for real?
Right.
Anyway. But you know that Agenda 21 and that gay agenda, that we need to do a show on that, man. We need to.
Both of those would be. They could be two separate shows.
Did you see this shit I showed on Facebook? That predictive programming with the Simpsons had the coronavirus on that motherfucker 10 years ago?
No, I didn't see
And they
that.
called it the coronavirus, and they said it was from China.
No, I didn't see it on your Facebook.
Yeah,
but
you go look at posted it maybe yesterday or something.
Okay, yeah,
You know
but I didn't see it, but I'm not surprised because, I mean, like, okay, well, what did well, we could say before the show, but
And don't forget,
it didn't come from nowhere.
The Simpsons also had Donald Trump land in that casket.
Yeah, no, I seen that one. Yeah.
Now, if you want to look.
And they just said today.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
They made AIDS real when superstars started catching it. You didn't hear about the AIDS until Rock Hudson got it. Then Liberace.
Yeah.
Then Arthur Ashe.
And then
Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
That's when motherfucker it became real. So to have Donald Trump die from corona,
they say he might be exposed.
It's gonna be real.
They said it might be exposed. They said it today on the news.
24-hour lockdown.
They exposed. They said Donald
martial
Trump
law
might have been exposed to it, but yet today he was out shaking hands after it was brought to his attention. So this man might have the coronavirus, but he out shaking hands. But two of his constituents that were Republicans, they put themselves in self-quarantine.
I'm telling you, man, you knock him off that way. You knock him off, and then you make it real. You talking about panic?
I'm telling you, you know what? And now that I think about it, that if that was to happen, the streets gonna go crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Anarchy.
Crazy.
And that's when you bring in the military. I was telling people 20 years ago, I say, dude, if you look, they're doing construction in a lot of the urban areas. But what are they doing? They're saying they're fixing the streets and sidewalk. But what they're doing is narrowing the sidewalk and widening the street. they're making these streets wide enough where tanks can go down the side street. If you look down the way, they went through that motherfucker down the way and widened all those fucking sides. They shortened the sidewalks and they widened the streets. And I was telling people, I say that's that urban warfare they're preparing for, dude. They're preparing for urban warfare. Yeah. Motherfucking New Orleans was a trial run.
Yeah.
Katrina was a trial run.
Mm-hmm.
Houston was a trial run.
Yeah.
They putting the shit in motion, man.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that.
They putting it in motion, dude. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna come. It's definitely gonna come. And I think Donald Trump, he may have already been exposed. Because I don't see.
If he ain't, now, you know, like they say, they just do the easy. You know what I'm saying? It don't take but a shot, a pinprick to kill a motherfucker nowadays. Yeah. You ain't. Yeah. When you blow a motherfucker's brains out, you sending a message. They didn't have to blow Kennedy's brains out to kill him. No. They didn't have to blow King's brains out to kill him. They didn't have to shoot Malcolm like that in front of everybody, in front of his family to kill him.
It was a message.
Those are messages.
Yeah.
Those are messages. And we got the message.
Yeah.
So they done moved on from that part. We got the message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when your mama, she whoop your ass 2 or 3 times, then you punishment work from there on out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, but it's crazy because right, like here in Lithonia where I live at, we got a big old Target that's been empty, sitting just empty on dormant. We got a Walmart and a Sam's Club walk a distance from that. They shut the Sam's Club down and just sitting there empty on dormant. And they building these big old, another thing we may have to, you know, we should keep our eye on, or people should keep their eye on, are these large Amazon warehouses. I drive home every day and pass one in Stone Mountain, Georgia. This warehouse is so freaking big. I'm in awe every time I pass it. It's so big. They don't have concrete trucks coming in, bringing concrete in like they do any other building. They got their own concrete plant on site, doing their concrete. They ain't got concrete trucks running in and out. And the building is the wall is so fucking high. It's like, it's amazing to me. I didn't see skyrise buildings, but to know that this is just like a factory and this mug is this big and it's so long, it looked like it's probably about, I'm gonna say maybe 200 to 300 meters long, if not longer. And this is just one of the buildings here I'm gonna just say in Atlanta. They doing 2 more. And you got all these big old sound clubs and Walmarts and Targets, and a lot of them is closing down. I'm like, man, hold on, man. And like you had mentioned, these body bags and coffins and stuff like that, something gonna go down.
And what's so crazy, it ain't just black folks. It's po folks. You know what I'm saying? This is a class issue. Not a race issue. It's a class issue.
I remember my father telling me a long time ago. He said, son, it's gonna come to a point. How he said? He said, right now, it's no longer about black and white. To the ones that's higher up, they don't care about the black and white. It's about the haves and the have-nots. Either you got money, and if you think you middle class or upper middle class, you ain't got money. Either you got it or you ain't got it. And if you ain't got it, it ain't gonna be good for you. He said, what we're doing now, we're focused so much on black and white, black and white, black and white. They gonna let us say kumbaya, I am a man, march up and down the street all day long, because they want our attention to be on focusing on black and white, conflicting with each other while they up there making these plans for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years down the line. We're distracted by being focused on black and white, but they already got plans on, all right, they talking about black and white, all right, cool. We're gonna create this coronavirus. We're gonna get rid of the dollar bill. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna build these buildings. We're gonna build this community over here. They didn't bought the land. They got the land already, and it's empty. Ain't nothing on it. It's a big old swamp. We dumping tires on it. People call in complaining about the pollution and everything, but they still holding on to the land. Next thing you know, they redeveloping the land. They got a whole new community there. Or they got they bringing in big old Amazon factories in that boy. That's gonna house all these bodies. And they got the robots already in them to move them bodies too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna get crazy. I mean,
it's about to go down, man.
It's gonna go down. And it's gonna be a nice little fight too. It's gonna be a nice little fight because with all the government knowing everything, I'm gonna say it's some people on the streets. They got some shit. It's gonna be a nice little fight, but
it ain't gonna be no fight.
It's gonna go down. You said it ain't gonna be no fight.
No fight. Ain't gonna be no fight, man.
Why you say that?
You got enough bullets to be a fight, nigga. You ain't got no strategy. You don't even know how to fight.
Yeah, and you saying that
we don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't know military science. We're not. Them white boys been running around in them woods for years with they motherfucking shooting and raising their kids up, and that's the thing, right? The media should show us that and say, yeah, they after you niggas.
Mm-hmm.
If we talk to them, nah, we don't fuck with you niggas, but nah, these guns for the government.
Yeah.
These guns is the Constitution. See,
yep.
And Ohio has the same Constitution. And it says, if the motherfucking government you have in place has been participating in tyranny or becoming a despot, it is your right. It is your duty to overtake that fucking government by any means necessary and replace it with a right government.
But hold on now.
This is in the Ohio Constitution.
Okay, now hold on now. Now with that being said, now take what you just said, constitutional right and duty, and wrap it back around masonry. Would that be considered treason?
If you don't do something, it's treason.
Wait, but hold on, man. You can't be coming sideways. You can't be coming out of the field like that.
But it's true. If you know what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying. Being a punk is treason.
Yeah, I ain't think of it like that. I ain't look at it from that angle.
It's treason. How many times we grew up and you get into it and two of the niggas you was with didn't help or they dipped. That's treason. You hoe ass nigga.
You hoe ass nigga.
That's treason. That's treason.
All right, my nigga. Y'all got me. Okay, but let's go get them first.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's we're a weaker version of real men.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Because I remember
we're a domesticated warrior.
Yeah.
We're domesticated warriors. You know,
Cause
we beat our wives up, but we ain't going against we ain't going against the system. They ain't even the white boy, it's the system.
we'll shoot each other, but when
Oh,
old
yeah.
white boy come in the hood on the block and everybody freeze up.
Yeah, and the Arab, he can come open up and sell his shit
Right.
and
And charge him whatever
screw your women, and
man.
Arab come around here and do what he want to do. And these tough niggas come in there, what's up, hey Bob? What's up, hey B? What's up? I be like, I just be looking at these motherfuckers like, dude, when I go in them, I hate going in there, but you ain't got no choice because the neighborhood is saturated. When I
Right.
go, it's strictly business. I don't joke with you. I don't play with you. I don't give a fuck about what your American name is. They all named Sam. But you a fucking Muslim and you selling liquor and pork and all this shit your Quran tell you shouldn't even fucking touch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you don't get no respect for me, Abib, Abdul.
Yeah. Yeah.
You motherfucker.
But you know what? But I remember seeing a few times how Killer Mike, they'll have a conference or a forum or what have you. And he would say, like, you motherfucker niggas ain't ready. Talking about war. Y'all motherfuckers ain't ready. How many of y'all know how to farm? Tilt the land. Collect your harvest. How many of y'all know how to fish? How many of y'all know how to start a fire without lighter fluid? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all know how to shoot? And the ones that do know how to shoot, are y'all teaching y'all kids? Like these white motherfuckers in the woods, they are preparing. It's gonna be a war with the government. And who gonna be on the short end of the stick? You motherfucking niggas. Y'all ain't shit. This is what he's saying.
Yeah, man, and
y'all ain't shit.
And it's true, right? Because we, just like the other white folks that's gonna go down to the slaughter, been divided by the government.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we really sit down as quote unquote citizens, black, white, Chinese, whoever the fuck over here that ain't with them,
Mm-hmm.
instead of beefing and this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And they put that in there. They inserted that. That's what the whole race shit was about in the first place.
Yeah.
You divide these motherfuckers up and we can control them. You know what I'm saying? If I got 100 motherfuckers and I'm supervising them, it's hard for me to supervise all 100. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break that 100 down into 10 squadrons of 10. You know what I'm saying? Now they're easier to control.
Right. And
then I'm gonna put these 10 against this 10 against that 10. None of these 10 gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna keep each other in check. I just gotta monitor the shit and come in and, you know, make sure I pick my favorite 10.
Had an overseer come in.
Right, you know, to keep the beef stirring. But at the same time, you know, that's some shit you done made up.
Right. Yep. But it's crazy. I want to say it's about to get to that point, but that point is already here. It's already here. So
been in the making. Been in the making for a long time. That's why I say they smart and they patient. You know what I'm saying?
Extremely patient.
They'll spend their whole life creating something and beginning something they know they'll never see the fruition.
They'll never see it. They're gonna be dead and gone.
But they'll put everything they got into it because they believe in the cause.
Yep.
We ain't got that type of dedication, man.
If we just had half of it, a quarter of it, if we just had a quarter of it, I guarantee you, my personal opinion, we'll alter whatever their plans already are.
And I'm not even gonna say we don't have it, because we got it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not activated. We've been rocked to sleep. You know, it's not activated.
How will we reactivate it?
And that's what I tell people all the time. Just like I said, they're smart and they're patient. It took centuries to get us in the state we're in now. There's nothing that's going to get us out of this state overnight. The
Yeah.
key is start put shit in motion that you know you're never going to see the fucking fruits of.
But I can't do that because I ain't gonna be around, and then you gonna make more money out of it than I do. Your kids gonna benefit from it more than my kids gonna benefit from it. So I ain't gonna help.
See, that's that bullshit.
I ain't gonna help. I like your plan. I see your plan. I feel it. I know it's gonna work.
There's no overnight.
But you gonna make a come up with off of it. Like, I mean, I feel what you're saying. Like,
if a motherfucker gonna tell you he got the answer to all your woes and all your problems and we can turn this shit around overnight if we just did this, get the fuck away from it. Get the fuck away from me.
mm-hmm.
Walk out the lecture. I don't give a fuck how much you paid to be there. Get the fuck out of there, girl.
like you said, if you're the smartest person in the room, you need to get up and walk out there.
You're in the wrong fucking room. If you're the smartest motherfucker in the room, you're in the wrong room, man. That's why I'm by myself a lot. I enjoy my company.
Hey.
Shit.
Me too, because I don't have a problem with that shit. I could party by myself.
Yeah.
I ain't never had a problem with that.
And I can be lonely in a fucking room full of motherfuckers.
Woo! You just said enough right there. You just said enough.
I'm a Virgo, man. I'm a Virgo. I got that Virgo energy, man. You know,
you just said enough.
We tune the fuck out.
Right there, boy.
We tune the fuck out, nigga. I ain't lying. I be sitting in the motherfucking spot, nigga. I done create a whole story with everybody in there, nigga, and it's playing like a motherfucking sitcom in my head. Nigga, I might be over there laughing at myself and smiling and smirking. It be like, what you laughing at? It like,
I know.
You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it.
What's up with old Smith? You heard from him?
Who? Brother Smith?
Yeah.
Oh, he good. Yeah, I see him every now and then at the lodge, at the Elks. Lodge. You know, we go up there on Fridays and shit, so I usually see him up there. Him and Grandmaster Captain and somebody else. Yeah. It's off and on. It's usually them two though. They might have a third wheel every now and then. Brother James.
Yeah.
Bear or Shark.
They ain't asked you to come back over there?
Come back over where?
Enoch.
Why would they ask me to come back over there?
Oh shit! I was asking.
Yeah. Well, fucking with you. Why would they want me back over here, dude? They living the life of Riley, man. They ain't got nobody challenging nothing. They ain't got nobody holding nobody accountable. You know,
So Captain still
nobody. They got nobody say let me go read for real before I put this shirt on. They ain't got nobody over there like that. They ain't got nobody challenging brothers to be, you know,
right.
To be stand up. They ain't, you know, they don't have that. They ain't got that whisper in the ear, hey man. Go home to your wife. Man, that's the move, man. Fuck what they talking about, man. Go home to your wife, man. They ain't got that no more. You know, they don't have that no more. That was, you know, so I don't know what's going on over there, but I pretty much can tell that's not the vibe. You know what I'm saying? That I was trying to put. You know what I'm saying? You know, these brothers get mad at me because I had a problem with the whole potentate ball setup. You know what I'm saying? We represent. You know what I'm saying? We represent. We nobles. We you know, now Masonry already making good men better men, right? And with that, right? Yeah. Now you you've a step past that now. You're a noble.
Yeah,
You're part of
noble.
the royal family of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing of ours. Feel me?
I remember brother Hawkins from California had mentioned something about that, about the nobles. And when you're a noble, you wanna I forget exactly how he said,
Right.
but you
Like,
pretty much on a higher level.
right. So why would you call yourself a nasty noble?
That's what he said. A nasty noble. He said,
And-
no, I'm not, ain't nothing nasty about me.
right. And and that used to be that was my premise from the beginning. We having a potentate ball. It's supposed to be a ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means that this is from my experience. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say when a lot of Masons they rag on college fraternities and this ain't a fraternity, this ain't a frat college frat. And I be saying to myself, you damn right. Way more motherfucking organized. You know what I'm saying? I came in, these motherfuckers, you don't even know parliamentary procedure. See, this is the type of things that these college fraternities are good ones, Captain, anyway. This is the type of things they show you how to do. They show you how to get a bank account when you got an organization. They show you how to cheat and balance these books. They tell you how to keep notes. They tell you how the money's supposed to go to the secretary before it go to the treasurer.
But I think that should be a topic of discussion one night on the podcast. What's the difference and the similarities between the Masonic organization and a fraternity? Because that alludes to what you just mentioned. That alludes to one of the reasons why when Brother Fuller became the worshipful, and I had mentioned to him how we can build up our membership with some good brothers. And in my opinion, at that particular time, and even still now, who else to go to that would be more qualified than the alphas, the kappas, the Qs, you know what I'm saying, the sigmas, all the black fraternities? Because, and I say that because when you're in college, you're thinking, quote unquote, they're on another level mentally. They go into college because they're trying to educate themselves, better themselves, so forth and so on. Now they in a fraternity, or so even for the sisters in a sorority. But speaking on the brothers, they in a fraternity. They have structure. They know what structure is. They know what order is. They know how to take. And I'm just assuming because I'm not in a fraternity, But you are alpha. You know how to take orders from somebody that may be older, slightly older than you, or a little bit younger than you, or in the same age as you are. You know what I'm saying? Taking notes, like you said, bank account, all of that. And if you go into a college campus and getting that and bringing that into the order, you will automatically, in my personal opinion, in my personal experience, cut out a lot of bullshit from, I'm going to say, from what a lot of Masons do. They don't duty qualify, do their background research on these people that comes into the order. And if you're going on a college campus, university, Morehouse, Central State, wherever it may be, and getting those brothers, those sisters, and introducing them or welcoming them or presenting to them, hey, coming to the crowd for XYZ reasons, or ABC, whatever the case may be, A through Z. So that, because I feel that you will, by doing that, we can kill so many birds with one stone. You're getting structured, you're getting order, you're getting well-qualified, duly and qualified brothers and sisters who gonna turn out to be doctors, lawyers, teachers, which is very, very important on my scale. Teachers, and in all different fields and levels and everything. That's gonna, to me, for like it kind of like goes back to what you had just recently mentioned about, we got a plan, we just got to activate it. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that's a way of maybe activating that plan. And and we can write it down, lay it out, and I know for it to get to where I visualize it in my mind, I'm gonna be dead and gone 2 or 3 times. But that seed is gonna be planted there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what,
and by doing that, and you still can bring money in by not robbing them.
No, see, you don't see how powerful what you just said was, right? Because if you look at what you really just said, what you just said was, see, these college fraternities was created by the white boy, right?
Yeah.
They were created to capture that 10% that was going to eventually go out and be the movers and shakers. Remember I was talking about how you divide up into 10 different squadrons?
Yeah.
And these people become the leader of those squadrons.
Mm-hmm.
So you capture them, you capture 10 of them, you got 100 of them. You got another 90.
Yeah.
They got 10 apiece. Well, 10 apiece, 9 apiece. You see what I'm saying? They're the 10th one. They still part of the motherfucking 10.
Right.
Now, but you done went in, you done got this little paper, right? And you done joined this frat. So you let me know that you can take orders. You can be disciplined, follow direction, and you can start something and you can finish it. Now I can take it from there. If I can get those, if you coming out of school with those qualities right there, I can teach you whatever my job is in my fucking your 90-day probation period.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna teach you whatever you need to know to do your job. As long as I know that you're disciplined, you can follow directions, and you can start something and finish it through.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I can teach you whatever the fuck you need to know to do whatever job you need to do. If it was paying $10 an hour, $100 an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was something I was trying to, convey or convince Fuller to do. And, he didn't jump on or react to it. I mean, we didn't even sit down and have a serious conversation about it. We talked about it, but it wasn't like we was always shaking and baking when it came up in conversation. But I'm like, man, if we and I think about it from time to time. If we were, I ain't gonna even say, I ain't gonna even put it on Fuller because it was my idea and out of Masonic ethic.
If it's your idea, it's your baby.
As to what's
your idea is your baby. That's how that shit goes.
Yeah.
You hate the committee.
Yeah. It was my idea. I should have went on ahead and saw it through. At least, just saw it through because now I know for a fact, my gut feeling tell me like that plan was to move specifically for Cleveland, Ohio, and it was going to be the guinea pig or the example for everywhere else to do that. Because my plan was all the black colleges in Ohio. And okay, let's get to the local schools too. Cleveland State, Cuyahoga, Case Western.
John Carroll, Hayes.
Yeah, all of them. Let's get these local ones. And we come together. And you know how they was talking about us while we were there doing our thing, our 1-2. And if we would have did that, bro, man. You talking about it would have been a lot of BS to it from outside people, but you talking about something Masonically beautifully adorned, man. Come on, bro. And you talking about I'm talking about it would have been. I'll probably say right now, charging a little money for each college student, we would have been ready to start building our own Masonic Lodge in Cleveland. Let me say Grand Lodge, where all meetings everybody could come together as one for whatever reason. We'd have been ready to start building that building right now. I already picked out a location right now. It's on Euclid, 105, big old field. North What's that? East of the bridge on 105, big old field. That was my spot right there. But you know what happened.
Yeah.
You know what happened. But I've always been, since being a Mason, it always boggled my mind, and at the same time being intrigued by how fraternities and sororities, and then I'm sure y'all got y'all little, drama or whatever may take place behind, closed doors, whatever. Everybody organization got their thing. But what I see on the outside looking in, organized, poised, structured, ordered. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing things. Y'all, people know who you are. And when they see you, they respect it.
They becoming effeminized now, man.
Okay, yeah, that's the whole other.
This dude asked me the other day, my brother, like, man, when you coming to a meeting? I said, a memorial for Miss Jerry Burns, rest in peace, Miss Jerry Burns, down in Friendly Inn. When you coming to a meeting? I said, meeting? What meeting? To the grad meeting. I said, grad meeting? Come on, man, stop it. Nah, no. No, they make my type of people, bro.
Wow.
Some of them cool. I mean, some of them cool, but the majority, them ain't the type of people I kick it with.
Yeah. Man.
No. I don't be going on a little boat ride no more.
Oh, for real?
Oh, man, yeah, nah. I had a little love boat. They got a little love boat to their mother.
Wow.
Cool.
But I've been lightweight thinking about maybe trying to jump back on that, as far as building a membership with the local fraternities and sororities here in Atlanta. Once I join the lodge. But I don't want to join a lodge and and be in all these upper houses and then have to pay all this money and then get nothing for it, spend all my money on regalia. I mean, I would be down for it, even if I wasn't. I mean, how can I say it? I'll be down for paying my, I ain't never had a problem with coming forward with money. But like you said, it's like, okay, what are you getting for? What I'm getting for my money? Everything I'm seeing, shit, I could get this by watching Atlanta Housewives or something. But because you don't want to sit down and study, y'all don't want to learn, y'all don't want to, meet up and have study groups or round tables, whatever the case may be. So what I'm getting for my money. But I don't want to, as far as down here, I don't want to waste my time paying my money, being in a particular house and not getting anything for it, or not building, doing something I should be doing as a Mason, not building, when I know I got this ideal just burning inside of me. I got to, if I fail at it, like I remember you saying something one time, if I fail, how do you say it? If I fail and you talk about me, so what? But at least you're talking about me because I tried. If I don't try, that means I never fail. I mean, if I don't fail, that means I never tried. You know what I'm saying? So I got to try. You know what I'm saying? I might fall flat on my face, but shit. But one day y'all gonna say, okay, shit, well, Brother Bradley, he had this ideal and he tried this and he tried that and he failed for this reason, I mean, I failed quite a few times in Masonry, a whole lot of time in Masonry, with trying to do the sister chapter at Enoch. You know what I'm saying? I could have forced my hand on certain things, this, that, and the third, but I'm like, man, I'm tired of the drama,
Yeah,
But one thing for sure, two things for certain. I know they ain't gonna forget you, Dojo, or myself.
yeah, that's another show right there. Man, that should be that's a show. The corruption in Masonry. That's a whole show by itself.
Man, that's gonna be like a part 2, part 3. That's gonna be like 3 parts of that.
Dude, that shit is nuts, dude. I used to be sitting around just looking around like,
That's gonna be part 3 of that.
what the hell? What the hell? What the hell is going on? What the fuck did I enjoy, man? What the fuck is this shit?
And
This shit.
I guess another topic could be, how can I say it? The power of a seat. Watchful Master, Senior Warden, Junior Warden, one of the seats in the lodge. The power that comes along with it can poke a brother chest out. They get real, they ride real high on that.
But along with that power comes responsibility and accountability.
That's my point. That's my point. Some brothers, they would get in that seat, in one of those seats, and they think they coming harder than Donald Trump. Not that he's being hard, you know what I'm saying, but they coming worse than Donald Trump when they get in that seat. But they not understanding, like you said, the responsibility to come along with that. And if for you to be the head, for one to be the head in that seat, the East, and they run a game, and everybody see you running game, things gonna start to fall apart. It ain't gonna run like a fine-tuned motor.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna always need a tune-up. So.
Yeah, man, we've been on this bitch about almost 2.5 hours. So.
Sure, y'all got a whole lot of editing to do. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go lay it down and chillax. Maybe have me a shot and then chill out and fall right to sleep.
Right. All right, boys. I'll holler at you tomorrow. See the next one again. We have to get this.
All right, it's on. What time? Same time?
Well, I don't know. We got to see what's going on.
Okay.
I got another idea too. So.
Okay.
I'll hit you up.
All right, it's on.